Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Today is Slow Stitching with Rita, and I just kind of came up with this idea, and I wanted to share it with you if it works. Let's put it that way. So I was working on the rooster tablecloth, and I'm just not there yet. I'm still trying to attach them all, and then I did put I found fabric, like a novelty fabric, and it had some things on it, and I put some fusible behind it because I thought I could cut them out individually and use them somewhere on here. But I just don't know. I kind of lost, I lost what to do. I just can't think of what to do. But I did like all the words that I cut out of this. So there's birdhouses, baskets. That's just a little trim, and I know there was other words. Samplers, candles, but I thought maybe those would be kind of cute on the houses, or somewhere on the house. And then there was a piece of, cut out this piece of floral. And, I told you I was going to see about maybe putting bushes or something. So far I haven't found anything that's, strikes me as a bush, but this is from the same fabrics. I don't know how many of these I have, so I did cut those out and thought about sewing those in between whatever I have in between the houses like this. And that might look cute. Otherwise, I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I kind of think I want to leave it simple. It's like, oh, well, I'm slow stitching. I want to put as much on there as I can. But, in reality, it doesn't matter because this is going to go in my kitchen. And right now, I'm happy with just the stitching of the houses around it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I've kind of put that on hold for a second here. And then a friend of mine gave me a beautiful piece of fabric. This one here, I have a lot of it. There's a couple of yards maybe. And so I'm making one more bag for one of my nieces. I don't know which one it's going to, but I just thought this was so pretty. So I'm going to use this design. I've already got the bag sized and ready to go. So this is as far as I can stitch to on that side. And I don't know if I'll just do some thread painting or what. I think it's just pretty the way it is. And then this is going to flip over like so. And I'm just not sure, what other pieces of work I have, but I did want to do like a little dress. Maybe here, if you watch my journal videos, I have a little denim dress that I did. I'm trying to find that. I don't know where it is. I had a piece of lace that I thought I would use. But anyway, I thought, well, maybe I could put one of those little dresses on here or something. I don't know. Anyway, to make it look, really girlish. But right now, I think it just would be pretty just to do, if I can, just some, satiny stitch stuff. So we'll see. Anyway, that's that. And then my sister had mentioned about what she thought the girls could put in those bags, and she said she wanted a little bag for a piece of jewelry. And so I decided to make like some envelopes to put inside those bags. So what I did was this is a piece of a square piece of fabric that is 7.5 by 7.5, and this will make a 5 by 4 envelope. And then I have this one, which is 5.5, and this one will make a 3 by 4 envelope. Hope I'm in camera. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I did this. it was very complicated for me to figure it out, but then I did. And now I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't think. Because I was trying to get all the measurements for you, and it was just really hard. I was using my board for making envelopes and that kind of thing, and it just, you know, it wasn't working out. So what I ended up doing was taking my full square. Let's see, is this one? I think this one's still a full square. Yeah, no, I cut it already. Oh, darn it. I took the full square of fabric, and then you have to set it up so that you know where the front of your fabric's your envelope's gonna be. So if you wanted it to have a design in here that matched whatever you were gonna do, like, yeah, see, that's the bigger part. I don't know. I don't care really, but so what I did was I folded the these two sides in, and you go until you can meet them in the middle. The points here have to meet, okay? And then press it, and then once you've got that done, then you're going to bring your bottom up, and you're going to bring it up about a 1/2 inch higher than the fold, where the bottom of this one is, okay? So you're just going to come up, bring this part up like a 1/2 inch higher. And if you want to, what I did was, it made it a little easier because I did, let's see, where is it at? I took the 45° on my ruler, and then I put it on a line. It doesn't matter what line. You know, this part, but the 45 is here. So then I flipped it, was it, or maybe it was over here. Okay, so yes, the 45 is there. So I made sure that it was on a grid there. Okay, and then you can go on this side and do another 45, and you know, make sure it's the same, and then you'll know these are coming apart. I don't want to make this so complicated, but I feel like I am. Okay, so these points got to be touching, not overlap, just touching. Okay, that's going to be the width of your envelope, and then the height is going to be this part. So you're going to fold it up, and you're going to go up a little bit, and the same with this side. So, and then you kind of want, if you want to, you can make these points match up, line up, and then just move them up a little at a time until you know that both the points are there. And again, you can take your 45 and check it out and see. Like, I'm using it here, and those are all both on 45. If it wasn't, then you would know that it was crooked. You see what I'm saying? So let's see about this one. This ruler is hard to see, like 45. Let me go up here like that. Back. All right, so this one is on the 45 line. Well, it's on that one too, but I've already, you know, measured these. So that's one way you can do it. Then once you fold it up, you're not going to have this in here. I should have taken that out. You're not going to have your like felt in there. You're just going to have your plain fabric. And then everything's folded, and then you're going to press it like that. You can finger press it if it'll leave a finger mark on there. You see this one's off. You can tell, which it shouldn't be, but I don't know. Yeah, it should be up there a little bit more. don't know. Sometimes it's so hard to do these envelopes. Okay, so anyway, once you get that all pressed, you can open it up and you will see that these little corners are there. And then you're going to take that out because otherwise it will be way too bulky right there and you won't be able to, you know, lay it down good enough. So then that's what I did. And then I made another piece to match with my filler. Could be batting or felt or another piece of fabric if you don't want to make it that thick. And then after we get done with that, we're going to cut another piece out of a lining. But at this stage is where we are going to do any kind of stitching that we want to do, because the lining will only be on there to hide our stitching. Unless you're not going to stitch, then you could, you know, do the lining at the same time. But I don't know if I want to do a design on here because I think it kind of looks, I don't know what I would do unless I put like some French knots here. The design is not quite going the right direction. This is the right direction, but you know, we're not going to use the envelope that way. So let's see. This could be going the right way, like that. You could, you know, you could stitch a year in here or a name or something like that. And every fabric's going to have a different option. I thought these were cute, the little ones too. So it's just big enough to put that one little tiny piece of jewelry that you want to put away. It could be your grandmother's necklace or earrings or your diamond or, you know, whatever you want. So let me get a thread and I'll just, I don't know what I'll get done in this video because, you know, it takes time to stitch this. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to start with, because I have these lines, I think I'm going to start just doing a canter stitch here, or borrow stitch, whatever it's called. I never can say them. I hear everybody saying them, but I can't get it in my head straight. So I guess I could take more than one stitch. But if I do, then I don't get the right sizes. Okay, right now that's moving. Now I could go this way and all the way around it if I wanted, or I could just go back and forth. I think I'm just going to go all the way around it to start. And if I can get enough stitching in there to hold it all together, then I don't need to do a bunch of camphor stitches, you know, to go around, back and forth across. Running stitches, whatever you want to call them. When I was young, they were called running stitches. At least that's what they called them here in the United States, of course. But I thought these would be so cute with all my little bags. And And just for, you know, even if you wanted to give a gift of a necklace or something, it would be cute to put it in like a little vintage kind of bag with. In fact, I'm wondering if I should get out a piece. I was going to put this behind it. And I've got this cute border on here, but I don't know if I can incorporate it until I get done and see if I can. Because I thought maybe I could leave it hanging out the edge or something like so. But I don't know if I can. So I'll have to wait. Whoops. So I hope everybody's doing well. I am patiently waiting for, I guess they're giving me a steroid shot. Because they had called me to make arrangements, you know, to tell me what to do and all that. Because they could put me to sleep when they do this. And when they give me the shot. And I told her, I said, well, do I need to go to sleep? Because that means, you know, having somebody to pick me up and all that. And she said, no, we'll deaden the area and you should be fine. But some people like to be put to sleep. And I go, well, I'm just going to try and do it without taking the sleeping thing. Okay, so I'm just kind of deciding what can I do to put something here. And all of this section, I'm going to do like a blanket stitch, overcast stitch here with the lining to close it up. So I'm trying to think how I can add some embellishment to it. I don't want to do a bunch of it because yeah. I wish I could just lay it down and it would say, oh yeah, that's great. Use that. No. Can always put a little butterfly though, can't we? And that one looks pretty nice with it. Okay. Let's do that. Ouch. I'm going to put a safety pin on there first. Hold it in place, so that's good. I'm just thinking, what else can I add to it? Sometimes I just like one thing. Sometimes I don't like a lot of messy stuff. Well, let me see. Nope, I don't want to hide all the color. You know what, I'm just like thinking I like just that, and some little bit of applique here. I'm just going to go with that butterfly right there. So I've got this needle and thread in there already. These butterflies have come in so handy. I think I saw somebody using them. Who was that? I wonder if I should have tied that off. Maybe I should have. Oh, then I'm gonna, well, I'm just thinking if I don't have to rethread, but I think I can on this needle. The first one I had was hard. I just don't have any nails. So it's really nice to hear that some people are watching this as a slow stitch because they're a slow stitcher and have gone over and watched journals, watched me make journals, and now they're kind of wanting to make journals. So that's kind of cool. Because, I mean, if you want to, you can slow stitch your journal covers. Which make really nice journal covers, especially if it's for some friend or something, or someone you know that you, not to sell necessarily because there's not enough time in a day, you know, to be able to get any money out of that time that you spend. Materials is not a problem. It's just it takes a long time to slow stitch. That's what it's all about. And I remember years ago, well, not years and years, but when I was still quilting, that's kind of when slow stitching sort of started, as far as I know, where we started to do a lot more big stitch quilting, which, you know, we kind of thought of it as slow stitching. And hand quilting, hand piecing our quilts was kind of another example of slow stitching, where we didn't use a machine to do it. It was all done by hand. And I'm not going to have enough thread. Would have been nice if I could get this all done on camera so you could see the results. I could stop. Maybe I'll pause and work on this, then come back. That's probably what I should do. I just want to get a video out for this coming Sunday. Today is Thursday. So I think I'm probably going to have to do some canter stitching in here. Camphor. I'm not sure if it's canter or camphor. I watch a lot of people in the UK and in Australia, and so I hear the way they say it, but it doesn't sound English enough, I guess. I don't know. Or my English, let's put it that way. All right, so I'm going to pause here, and then I will come back and I'll finish this little butterfly. And then if I find something else that I think would be interesting, remember, this is not really the part that's going to show. The part that's going to show is in here when they pull it out. like here. And then a button or something can go in there. I don't like the way this isn't. I'm going to have to just play with it, I guess. And then I think I'm going to sew, after I get all the edges sewed, I think I'm going to come back and whip stitch inside here to close this off so the pocket is sealed. I think that would be the best way to go. Leave it open as much as I can to do any stitching I want to do. All right, so I'll be back. I'm just going to pause here and I'll get a piece cut out. This was just a piece of linen, tablecloth or something, and I thought, well, I'll use this inside. Maybe I'll give it another press. It's been wrinkled probably for so many years that it's not going to come out. All righty, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back for a minute or so. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. And so I did the running stitch all the way across the whole envelope. Keep forgetting what it's called. It's an envelope. And then I did stitch this butterfly, and I'm not going to do any more than that, I don't think, because first of all, that's not where you open it. You open it this way. So I'm going to bring these in like that, and then I'll be bringing up this bottom part. And before I do all of that, I'm going to put the lining. Let me stick that somewhere. Okay. Put the lining inside, and then I'm going to whip stitch or edge stitch around all of this, blanket stitch, whatever I decide I'm going to do, and then I'll fold it up, and then I can add stitches here to hold this part down. Okay, you could cut this away if you wanted to. I don't know, I might, don't know. I don't know. You know, it's kind of like some envelopes are more like this, but yeah, I think I'll cut off just a little bit. And that's probably not even straight. I can't see straight, so I should have got my other scissors. I got some new scissors. I think they're called Elin or something like that, but they were kind of expensive, but they're serrated edges, so they're really good for cutting things so that they don't fray as much. Okay, so then I thought, okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to put here. So I dug out this doily in my little doily drawer, and I think I'm just going to add it to that, like that. I was going to do a flower, something embroidery, but you know, this is just an afterthought. I don't feel like I have a ton of time to work on it, but I think it's going to be pretty either way. Then here, I pulled out my buttons, and I have these vintage, these are adorable. They're pink. I don't know, see, because there is a lot of pink in this fabric. So it's like all in here. It's a lot of pink and actually peach. God, I can't talk. But then I thought, why not? Let's see. A lot of these a friend of mine just sent me, Lisa. I had one here I liked. Oh, this pearl. So I'm thinking I could cut a little slit here. I was going to do that anyway. I was going to make my own buttonhole. But I'm thinking I could just cut a little slit and this button would go to the other side, and then I can stitch it there and then wrap ribbon around it. I don't know. Let's see. I like this one, but it's just too pink. And I love this white one, but I don't know, it's kind of standing up high. But the good thing about these kind, or the one with the shank, is you can wrap a piece of sari silk around it and be able to close, you know, to tie it shut, like I did on the pouches. And the only other option is to put a snap or something like that in it. I don't like snaps so much. I want to put a vintage style button on it. That's a vintage one there, white. I don't know, I just kind of like this pearl. I think it looks jewelry-like. And here's one that's got gold around it instead of, this one's kind of more silvery. Oh, I still like that pearl. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. And then let's see if I keep that out, I won't lose it, hopefully. These are so hard to close. I don't know why. I guess I just need to break them in. The only other button I had was maybe a no. I was thinking maybe one of these clear color ones. Be pretty. It looks like jewelry, but I don't know. That pearl one just kind of looks right. You know how that is. You find something that looks right. I think it's the first one I tried, and then you second guess it. And the only other thing I could have done is maybe just put some beads on a safety pin and run it through here to close it. And then I thought I could, you know, put beads on it or something like that, but I don't know. Okay, so I can't do this part until I do stitch this part on. Then I can put the backing on, like so, and stitch all the way around that, so that when you open the envelope, you're going to have this inside. I could have put something like a print inside. That would be pretty. I don't know what. I'd have to go look and see what I have. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to stop now, and I'm going to try to do a little of this sewing, as Corrine would say, some homework, and then I will come back and we'll stitch it all together at least, and you can see how it turns out. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna start again here. I have the envelope now folded. I also, let me put that up there, went around all the edges with a blanket stitch, and I went twice because it was kind of still fraying a little bit, And I also wanted to show you the scissors. I don't know if you know of them or have tried them, but they're Elan, I think is how they pronounce it, Elan, and they're actually provided through Moda Fabrics, but they're made in Japan. And they were $21, I think. I think I got them on Amazon. But they're serrated edges. And what's nice about that is, like, here's this little piece of thread, and you can actually go along and snip little raggedy edges that might be on your project without cutting the actual threads that's holding it together. But, you know, and I went around all of this pretty much already. It's still going to unravel at some point, but at least it kind of controls some of it. So, these are, you know, great scissors. I have, I used to use Karen K. Buckley, and I would wear them out, but I'm hoping these will last. In fact, these have a lifetime guarantee. Limited lifetime guarantee. I don't know what that means. So basically, if you damage them, of course they're not going to cover it. But yeah, so that's a good thing if they're willing to stand behind their product. Okay, so now I've sewn up this little side here, and now I'm going to make sure that this is all nice and even, and then I'll sew up this side. So let me get actually, let me put a pin here because I know how fast that stuff moves on me. Okie doke. Now let's just, let's see, do I want to start? I'm trying to think which way is the best for my hand to go. All right, I'm just going to kind of sneak through here, and you can see me. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of do just a whip stitch over this. And oh gosh, come on. I don't want to shred the threads anymore. So, but as I sew, I'm going between that blanket stitch there, so that, you know, this edging will help secure my stitching thread. And I hope I'm not sewing it together. No, I'm not. That's good. And I think you could have done this on the inside too, even do some running stitches or something to kind of tack this down, because it did kind of move on me when I was sewing. And so, yeah, and so maybe even a stiffer fabric, or what was I thinking about? I don't know. But you could definitely do some stitching without going to the front again. You can kind of weave the stitches through. So I think this turned out pretty cute. I'm pretty happy with it. I wished I had thought about it a little bit more, would have arranged the design a little better. But again, you know, this is a piece of scrap that, you know, I was able to make this with, and it only took a day to do it. Had I had a whole day, and I saved the rest of this part for you guys to see. So I'm gonna go back in here and kind of tuck that through the fabric, the tail, and then I'll make a little knot, go back into the fabric. Sorry if there's a shadow, I can't, yeah, and then just pop it through. And that should hold it. Okie doke. So now, there's our little envelope pouch for a piece of jewelry. You can make them any size. And I don't know if I showed you this, but oh, I don't think it was this one, but I did one and I punched it with, you know, cardstock on my, what is this called? It is envelope punch board by We Are Memory Keepers. And so this, if you have one of these, you can do this on paper and then pin it onto your fabric and then just draw it out, you know, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to work out perfectly. Draw it out on your fabric. Or you can do, like I said, just turn it in and meet in the middle on the two sides. That's what makes the length and the height of this. Okay. So now I need to put something around to tie it closed. So I want to use this button that I've already picked. And I think I found this little piece of sari silk. I think I'm going to tack that underneath that button. And then this will come over and it should wrap around because this is one of the buttons with a shank on it. I'm hoping that that'll raise it up. If you have a button and it doesn't have a shank, you can put two buttons together and that will raise it up a little bit. So I tried different things. I have some, this is avocado dyed, I think, or this one could be red food coloring and coffee. I've done that where it gives it kind of this color. But I just didn't think it was right. And then, of course, I have other ribbons, too. These are just coffee dyed. I think these might be avocado dyed. But that doesn't quite work either. And then just plain white. So I just decided to... And these pieces, I have... They're a little too wide right here. But I buy... You could buy chiffon on a roll at... You know, it's about $6 for a roll of it. But I go and buy the chiffon in the yardage department, and then I just rip it in, you know, lengths that I want. Like this is the whole length of the fabric, you know, 45 inches or whatever. And it makes really nice ties. And you can buy white, and you can dye it any color you want. So, I mean, I could have used something like a chiffon even, because it doesn't, it folds up nicely, you know. I mean, it's just a thought. I have that, and I bought some pink one time. And if you don't want to spend the money on sari silk, I use it in my journals a lot, so I always have it around. Okay, so I have to get that shank button on here and sew it on, which I don't like doing. I wonder if I can get a needle, a pin through it and just hold it in place while I do the sewing. Maybe it should be down a little bit more. Whoops. Oh, you know what? I need to add the trim in there. I could tie around it, but I thought I would just secure it with the button. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so now I guess I'm just going to sew back and forth under there. And what I do with mine, that's not it, that's an applique needle. Oh, what do I do with my needle? Well, I'll just use this one. Actually, this is probably better because it's a longer needle. I was watching somebody and she was showing that I think the video was from like 6 years ago or something. It was old. And she had these spools similar to this. And oh, she was traveling and she was talking about, you know, when these spools are empty, not this one, I'm not sure because I can't get it open, but she wraps, you know, some of her threads around it. So when she's traveling, she has different colors, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this pops off, or in the one she had, I think it was Goodeman, if you have those. And inside is hollow. You could take the whole lid off and you could put your sewing needles in there. I thought, what a clever idea that was. I mean, even that would make a cute needle case if you wanted to like do a slow stitch around it or something. Yep. Always some kind of ideas. I saw in one of my magazines, I'm going to come up through here and pop that thread out up here. Okay. Where they took a candlestick, like a brass one, and then they made their pin cushion. Let's see. To get in here and kind of see. This may not be very neat on the bottom. Hold on, I'm just going to see if I got it. Nope, I don't. This is a little more tedious than I thought. Okay, whoops. And then I have to try to keep it in the middle. Okay, let's... I never did like doing these buttons. I guess I could just kind of leave it dangly and I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but oh well. I feel like I'm not really getting it attached. I think I've got to go down. And then go down into the fabric on one side and come back up on the other side. Go back through the hole. Whoops. I don't think I've ever put buttons on like this before. I usually end up breaking them off, the shank part, cut them off with my plier things. Okay, I don't think it has to be too tight. Ouch. in my hands. Okay. I was going to do a regular buttonhole, but since it was a shank style, I didn't do that. I guess that's okay if it doesn't look too messy. I'll do a knicker knot here, so I could have slid the knot through to the fabric to the back side, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. All right, and with that there. Yeah, I might still go in here and do something. I don't know what I'm going to do there. All right, so this should come around here and just go over that button like so. Okay. And that'll hold it secure enough. I don't think things would fall out of it much. I don't have a bracelet or anything to put in it right now, do I? Do I have anything in here that could be like a bracelet? Or you could put, of course, you could put anything in there. You could make this a little thread holder. But it probably should have made a taller string if I was going to do that. Longer, not taller. So that would be a darling gift. You know, just give a couple, let's see. Oh, I was going to tell you too, this is, I bought at Hobby Lobby, and it's variegated. Let me get the brand. This whole box, it's Artis, and it's $11.99 for this whole box. It says it's hand dyed. I don't know about that, but it's for crocheting. It's 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton, and it's all variegated. I actually made some flowers out of it, and they were so cute. I just haven't done it again. But on this piece, I used this variegated, which looked perfect with this because of the little bit of blue, a little bit of pink, a little bit of dusty rose, and even a dark burnt sort of color, which is like a rusty. So it worked out really well. And so if you want a little bit of variety, this is a great deal for the price. And it's okay to sew. I would use shorter strands because it does get twisted. It does get twisted. But I was going to see, like, if you were giving a gift. Well, I don't have any. Oh, here's one. You know, if you were giving somebody some, you know, black and white DMC would be nice. Just or cream and a black or something. Sit those in there. Probably could get 4. I have another one. I did start putting my colors on these little things, but they're not really heavy enough to keep them from bending, but they're not bad. But you know, you could do something like that, little spools, and put some of your favorite colors in there. That's a great gift. Or even just a plain piece, plain floss. A few things of stranded floss. Or a piece of silk, or anything. All right, so I guess that's it. And hope you guys like this. It's just another little pouchy something. I just like to make things that are useful if I can. Because I don't usually hang things on the wall. I'm not a, I don't have room for them, basically. And so isn't that cute, though? I can't wait to do another one with a different color fabric. So I'm going to put that in with that new one I'm making. And this one, fabric was given to me by a friend. Her name is Sharon. And I saw it, and she said, do you want this? I said, yes, and it is gorgeous. So when I get done with this, this will go inside here in this little pouch. So I don't know what I'm going to do to this yet. I think I want to do some thread painting. I'm probably running out of time. But, oh, I wonder if one of these variegateds would work. Not that color. I was thinking about doing some of the ribbon, like I was watching Corinne at To Be Loved, something. I'll put her link below. Anyway, she was doing it with the ribbon, and she was kind of explaining how she does it, which I never knew because I'm not artistic, but she definitely has art in her, arsenal of art she has. But she was saying how to start in the back, the farthest away leaf or flower petal would be the back one, and then you would go like probably to this one, and then this little small one here, and then just work your way around this way. And the same with these. I guess you would do all these little back ones. Oh, sorry. Can't slide my phone when I want to. All these back parts in this yellowish color, and then these colors. So I've never done thread painting. I don't think. Even I did crewel years ago, and that's kind of like thread painting, but I mean, because it's real close satin stitches type thing. But I didn't do very much of it. I think it was too expensive. The wool and all that was expensive at the time. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to have something to share again next Sunday. So have a great week next week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.